up, y'all? It's Bobby be the first, and I hope y'all like that little thing that I put together. It was only right to pay homage to the thing that even got me into this whole like racing scene in Tokyo, which was Tokyo Drift. So yeah, I hope y'all like that. Um, yeah, I stumbled across this video just randomly, going through YouTube. So yeah, hopefully it's cool. So let's get right into it.
Several years, I've been fascinated by the Lamborghini Bosozoku ever since I saw Luke Huxham's internet classic, Underground Hero. It was a video which profiled Motohoshi-san, the leader of a group called the World's Mightiest Motohoshi Family, which appeared to be an impossibly cool gang of neon-lit street racing Lamborghinis.
Lambos,
I wanted to
man.
know who these guys really were and what they were like, but despite my growing
Those
profile
things
in the
look
media world,
crazy.
due to their infamy, it was difficult to gain an audience with the Morohoshi family. However, thanks to my collaboration with a group called World X Series Rally, Ken and I finally had the chance to meet them and run together through the
that's
C1
crazy.
loop and the Wangan Expressway. On this episode of The Hunters, join us as we dive into the world of the Lamborghini Bosozoku for one night. This is a chronicle of
What do
my
they
personal
do
experience
for
exploring
money?
the underground car scenes of Japan. Follow my journey and discover the rich culture and history of street racing, drifting, and everything in between, here in the land of the rising sun. This is The Hunters.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Alright guys, so we are heading to Motohoshi-san's garage. It's called Fighting Star, and it's gonna be cool to actually see his garage for the first time in real life, and to see hopefully the whole crew out there, the Lamborghini Bosozoku Club.
Yeah, I'm not even going front.
Police officers like making it move.
I'm not even going
Yeah,
front.
it's,
This reminds me of that scene where Han drives up to the gangsters spa place or whatever. Like it looks like that area. Like it just reminds me of that so much. Like it's crazy. I love that
writing
movie.
down license plates
People don't
of
like
all
that
these
movie
suspicious
that much out of the
individuals.
series, but I love that
Fighting Star.
movie.
They have a Lamborghini.
Eurus is tough.
Alright, I guess we are just gonna start rolling because the tour starts at 7 and we literally just got here exactly at 7. So perfect timing, man.
Oh, we're making a circle. We're turning around here.
That's Ivan, so I'm just gonna follow him for now.
Our friend Ivan over there.
Okay, I was gonna say somebody's gotta have a
World X
BMW out
Series
there.
Rally is our friend Ivan over there with the CEO of World X Series Rally, Conrad. As
This
we
looks
enter the
lit,
inner city network of
man.
highways,
I
we
have to
came
go to
upon the elusive
Tokyo.
club of hyper-flashy
That's
Lamborghinis
definitely on my
lined
to-do
up
list
along
of
the side
places
the
to
road
go. I
like
have to go to
wolves,
Tokyo.
waiting to tear into night on a
I
hunt.
have to. I have to go to Tokyo.
Hey, it's Steve's POV. Steve, nice to meet you. I'm Albo.
In the flesh, this club has a mysterious aura that's hard to describe. It's somewhat intimidating because their existence
Yo,
initially doesn't make any
what do
sense.
they do,
One usually doesn't
bro?
modify
Look,
a
he's in a
$500,000
suit
car
with
in
little.
extremely gaudy and flashy lights, unless they really don't give a damn what anyone thinks.
Looks
In
like,
fact,
bro,
that for
this
some
looks
people,
like
the rule-abiding culture of Japan can be quite
this looks like a movie scene. Like they got money. Like what do they do? What do they? Yo,
scary.
this looks lit.
While I was more excited than terrified, my camera may have gotten a bit spooked because unfortunately it was from this point that I started having some issues with my mic. So excuse the audio and join us as we continue onward to Tatsumi Parking Area number 2, one of the legendary spots along the highway network where street racers gather.
Yo, this looks
The Lamborghini
straight out
Bosozoku,
of
which
a
is an
movie.
unofficial moniker that was bestowed upon them by the media, are a bit of a paradox. Bosozoku commonly refers to young hooligans who continuously rev their motorcycles while careening down the streets at breakneck speeds, While typical Bosozoku youth usually come from blue-collar working-class backgrounds near areas like Kawasaki and Chiba, the Lamborghini Bosozoku are a mysterious bunch of individuals who have managed to carve out a substantial living so that they can enjoy some of the finer things in life. As a result of their high status and net worth, several owners present prefer not to show their faces on camera. Yet, despite of, or perhaps because of, their widely different backgrounds, like other subcultures of car enthusiasts in Japan, the people here have come together due to a common interest and similar way of thinking, regardless of the particulars of their private lives.
Flexing.
And like other Japanese social groups, it's common to not know anything about each other outside of the context of the gathering. The unspoken rule is something of a don't ask, don't tell policy, which can extend to jobs, backgrounds, even names, where people only refer to each other via their online handles.
Police to get them out of here. Look what the police are driving now. This is crazy. Wow, man. This is so cool. Look at this.
Being an investigative journalist, and for that matter, a gaijin or outsider, I often find that I have the unique opportunity to dive a little bit deeper because the usual rules of social interaction are slightly relaxed towards foreigners. Off camera, I had the chance to speak to some of the owners, and while I initially suspected some people had deeper connections to Tokyo's neon-lit underground, the owners I spoke with were mostly just really successful businessmen and entrepreneurs who simply relish the flashy, sometimes gaudy image of the Lamborghini brand.
Okay,
In
so
fact,
they
while
have
some
to
of
be
them may
some
have
type of
indeed been
businessman.
Bosozoku in their earlier years, several of the owners had an extremely low-key, even salaryman type appearance. This highlights three of the more interesting aspects about Japanese car subcultures that I've observed. The first is that if you have the means, you can modify your car however you like and do whatever you want, and people won't really judge you for it. In the West, people may say that someone has more money than taste. However, here, people respect each other's styles, and the implicit subtext is that taste is subjective to wealth. People who have become very rich have earned the
See, I had an Ultima for like the longest time, and like when like Tokyo Drift came out, like I wanted to like mod it so bad. I wanted to mod it so bad. Like my homeboy had he had just got his Lancer. My other homeboy had a S2000. Eventually they both had S2000s. I still had my Ultima. I wanted to get a spoiler and all that stuff, but I didn't have any money. But man, this video is lit, man.
right to be as gaudy as they want. Driving a heavily modified Lamborghini coated in mirror finish is like a rapper rocking a diamond-studded Rolex. It's the ultimate flex because
They
in
are
Japan's
flexing
hyper-conservative
hard.
society, wanting to stand out this much must mean you're a somebody and not a mindless corporate drone.
We got cops following us through, okay? So just keep the speed down. Okay. There you go, there you go.
She.
Okay, okay.
The more interesting juxtaposition comes when the owner steps outside of the car and looks more like a mild-mannered accountant than a rapper. Their car is an expression of their id, their wildest self, externalized, realized, and personified into a monster machine. So going back to my main point, in some sense, if you have the means, you can simply buy your way into the culture and live your car life on your own terms. A lot of these guys roll with Morohoshi-san because they're customers of his brand and shop, Fighting Star. You don't necessarily have to have belonged to the Bosozoku subculture for years in your youth to participate. My second observation after night is that supercar Bosozoku isn't so much its own tribe, but it's a style that has popped up in recent years as a sort of trend, kind of like how Underglow became popular. But by itself, it doesn't have its own long history deeply rooted in hardcore street cultures with underground connections. It's merely influenced by them. Buying a body kit doesn't automatically make you a hoon. Finally, my third observation is that despite what is said of, it's interesting how people's behavior changes when the social dynamics change due to the context of the group. Rolling by themselves, the owners of these cars are usually quite soft-spoken and reserved, not always the flashy, posty type you might expect. They keep the underglow and lights off and set the exhaust to a more civilized setting, but when they roll together, oh boy is it a show, with the blaring lights and screaming exhaust reverberating through the concrete jungle. The Japanese public have come to accept the nuisance of youth motorcycle bosozoku gangs as a sort of background noise of Japanese society. Similarly, they allow the Lamborghini bosozoku to do their own thing as well, roaring through the expressway, not really racing, but just making a lot of noise, just like the motorcycle gangs of their namesake. In the end, it occurs to me that what these owners are really looking for is exactly the same as all of us other car enthusiasts. Our cars, flashy for some, fast for others, for the Lamborghini bosozoku both, it's all just a means to temporarily escape the grind of daily life. Once a fortnight for a few hours, these bulls run together, wild and free.
Man, what a rush.
I can't have a Lamborghini, man. I'm getting all the speeding tickets. Like, there's no way I could have. There's no way.
That was crazy.
My ears are dead.
Yeah, definitely one of my funnest like filming sessions ever. Wow. That's everything I thought it would be and more. So how do you feel about this aspect of car culture here in Japan?
I think it's fantastic, one of the best places in the world, you know, Wednesday night, look at this huge selection of Lambos, you know, and I'm going to say, love being here, our third World X on the way, and we hope to be here for many years to come.
Awesome, thank you.
Cheers, Alba.
Cheers. Cheers.
おすすめのものは
おすすめは日本のねオロナミン C。
なんで
オロナミン C はねオロナミンがねいっぱい入ってる。オンリージャパニーズ。すごい人気。
おおみんな
Yeah, famous, very famous.
これさんなんで走ってるんですかなんでボスしてるんですかランボルギーニではい
いやもうランボルギーニ大好きだからもうそれだけ。
コンセプトありますか
コンセプトはまあかっこよく速くスピーディーでも事故しちゃったから
そうですね
そう
はい
だからスピーディーもまあほどほどに
はいなんか事故からなんか考え方とかなんか変わったとかあります
あるある事故して良かったと思っててもういろんな経験できて救急車運ばれて
はい
ICU っていう集中治療室運ばれて入院して、
Yeah,
そういろんな経験ができて
that's another thing along with those tickets, man. You gotta be careful. Those things are like spaceships. Spaceships on the ground. Like, you press a button, you out of there. So, like, you gotta be careful. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I really want one of those. If I had the money, like, I don't know if I'd really want it. To get like a fancy car, I'd probably just get like a nice luxury car.
みんなの周りのあったかい言葉とかそういうのに支えられてなんかみんな守ってくれてんだなってもっと頑張んないとって逆にこうパワーを溜め込んで
はい
It's the same thing
爆
with
発するために
元気になりました
そう元気すごい元気
what Kevin Hart got into an accident too with these sports cars,
Despite
man.
all his bravado, it turns out Motohoshi-san is a warm-hearted, flawed human being just like the rest of us.
What is the cameraman driving though? Sound like he's driving something nice. Has to be nice enough to keep up with them.
Alright guys, so now we are heading to Shibuya, and Shibuya is known for this incredible like city lights. We're gonna head to Shibuya Crossing, and it's gonna be dope to see all the Lamborghinis against the backdrop of Shibuya.
This is cool, man. This is real cool. What car would y'all get if y'all had the money? Like, I'm not like no like expensive sports car, like a street car that like you could build from the ground up type of car, like any street like racing car. What would y'all get? This is crazy. This video is like very well put together too. Like shout out to the cameraman. Like this is some dope visuals. That's cool, man.
This is totally insane. I feel like I'm gonna drop the camera. Actually, there are about 5 times where I almost did, but fortunately I was holding onto it with the strap. So thanks, Canon, for making really, really good camera straps. Having a good time, man?
Huh?
Having a good time?
Yeah, this is insane.
You're like still trying to process it. Like all these lights.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on acid and driving.
Oh man. Alright guys, so this is how we're filming this. I'm basically hanging half my body outside of the car to get these shots. Because sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't have a gimbal, you gotta...
Yo, can y'all tell me what car the cameraman's in though? Like I don't know the shape of the model of that car just by looking at the side.
G7X Mark II, you gotta lean half your body out like that. So I'm like, if I tip over too much, I'm gone. I'm an elbow crayon.
This is cool, man. Dang. Stunning. Dang.
So this is the end of our little cruise. Man, you can't even hear it. It's so loud here. This is crazy. This is kind of like the culmination of a dream for like the past 8 years. So it's really incredible how you can come to Japan and with a little bit of effort, try to meet some people and you can find yourself in the crazy scenes like this. I mean, just 8 years ago, I was watching Luke Huxham's Underground Hero video, and now here we are. So, wow.
Dang. Okay, so they're driving a Skyline.
Lamborghini Bosuka guys just left us.
So they straight too. They in a nice little Skyline.
This video, dude. What do you think? That was a pretty awesome night.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like the lights, the sounds, like everything was like exploding.
The combination of everything, it's just so aesthetic. I felt like I was in an anime, like in the middle of like, Manga Midnight or something.
More like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah. In the eventual Hollywood movie of our lives, that is definitely a pivotal scene because that was, oh my god, it was completely insane.
Yep.
So, all right, I need to go home and process that, and I think you guys need to rewatch the video, like it, and comment, and just like share it everywhere, because the world needs to see more of this amazing culture. So,
Yo, that was shout out to Drift Hunter. Yo, that was a very good video. If it was up to me and I was trying to get like a street racing car, I'd probably get like either an Evo, a Skyline, or is it an NSX? One of those, and just like soup it up. Any any of those cars I'd get, I'd probably get like a either like an all black or like an orange, like that Han orange. But yeah, man, this was a dope video. Um, yeah, that's gonna do it. Until next time, peace.